What is the most soulless venue in American sports? I ask that because this weekend, Quail Hollow is hosting the PGA Championship, which is one of golf's four majors. It used to be held in mid-August, but since 2019, it's been the weekend before Memorial Day. Here is someone dumping on Quail Hollow. Golfer Hunter Mahan said this about the course, quote, I would say Quail Hollow is like a Kardashian. It's very modern, beautiful, and well kept, but it lacks a soul or character, end quote. Good God, that was violent. Are all the Kardashians like that? By the way, can't get away from them. Was on Instagram swiping through. That woman, Kim, has foisted her way into a Hulu drama where she is actually acting, and it features real actors like Glenn Close and Sarah Paulson and others. It's some I don't know, some stupid show that looks like where it's divorce attorneys. It's like female divorce attorneys who get real vengeance on men. It's going to be perfect for,
Yeah.
40-year-old women who have moved on from their husband phase into their wine
Yeah.
and cat phase, which, hey, listen, the guys, we have our phases as well in the midlife crisis, the car phase.
Yeah. Not only do you have Kim Kardashian pushing a new show, you also have both Jenners with Timothy
Listen, if
Chalamet at
Timothy
the
Chalamet it's not quite twins, but if that's what Timothy Chalamet's
at the
doing,
Knicks game.
goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. That's what Dune 2 will do
Yeah, I
for
was
you.
gonna say that's what you can do when you're Lisan Al Gaib
And Bob Dylan as well.
and Bob Dylan.
Yeah, I'll say this. Timothy Chalamet, the father who stepped up. Because Kylie Jenner does have a kid. What? I have a little more respect for him, Timothy. A little more respect. Kendall Jenner, by the way, please ruin my life. Like, do not care. What he just said about you, Hunter Mahan, what he just said about you is wrong. I know you have a lot of soul and a lot of character.
Yeah.
And I want to get to know said soul and said character better because you're a strong, powerful, independent woman, and I respect you. I respect you a lot. Like, really, really respect you so much. Respectfully, of course, as one does. Hey, to bring it back, this is what
Quail
Hunter.
Hollow.
This is what Hunter Mahan said about Quail Hollow. Meanwhile, you got Justin Thomas going further, dumping on this course.
Short irons, and I mean that's a tremendous advantage or threat at any golf course. But I feel like a place like this where it doesn't necessarily require a lot of thought or strategy off the tee. It's generally pulling out driver, and I need to hit this as far and straight as possible. And he's really, really good at that. So I think that's something, like I said, is an advantage at any golf course. But I think just the shot shape and that is a good combination.
So it has no soul, no character, and apparently is easy. Where is it located? The Quail Hollow neighborhood of Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay. Rough couple of days for Charlotte, getting hosed in the NBA draft lottery, and now the PGA Championship's in their backyard, and everyone says, yeah, this place sucks. So listen, never been there, never will go there. And I doubt that a golf course could possibly be the most soulless, characterless sports venue in the country. What is actually at the top? 713-780-3776 to call, to text, YouTube at ESPN Houston, Twitch at ESPN 975. Now, listen, I don't think that they should build a new version of this, but NRG Stadium, sorry.
Soulless?
Half the fans don't show up on time, and the other fans who do show up on time are wearing the other team's uniforms, the other team's colors.
But to me, that's less about the stadium itself. It's more a reflection on the people. Like if they built like the Jerry World 2 here, like Houston fans gonna Houston fan.
The Astrodome which has been abandoned for 20 years, has more soul and more character than NRG Stadium. And it is abandoned and overrun by cats, by rats, and by bats. More character.
That did rhyme, so
And that's why it's still up, because of the soul and the character.
all the souls of the wild animals that live there.
Exactly. There's the circle of life is taking place inside the Astrodome. You know what's taking place in NRG Stadium? The circle of we're gonna die in the second round of the playoffs after a Saturday playoff game against the Bengals and or some other team that no one cares about, like the Chargers or Browns.
I did see a funny schedule release tweet where it said, confirm the Texans will play Wild Card Sunday at NRG Stadium at 2:30. Does Daikin Park have soul?
I think it does.
I think Minute Maid had a lot more soul. What with the fact that it was called Minute Maid and it had the Towels Hill.
Enron
Field,
no soul.
Hill, nothing but soul.
Right. That's a that's a holdover of Enron Field. Enron Field had no soul. Minute Maid Park, soul. Couple World Series appearances.
Yeah. Daikin Park.
There's heartache from World Series losses in there. There's full hearts from World Series victory in 2022. That was one in there. So yeah, I think Minute Maid Park had a soul. Daikin Park remains to be seen.
Too early to tell. Okay.
Right. This is nothing against the Japanese company Daikin. It's nothing against them. Stop calling it xenophobic. We're not. We're just saying that
No, it's just
Daikin Park
new name. We're gonna judge you.
does not seem to have a soul now. Toyota Center, no soul. It's not the Summit. Not the Summit.
Yeah, I feel like most NBA arenas, like just by the fact that for the most part they all look the same. You go inside, you're just at a basketball. Like there's nothing you can really do with the basketball arena where you're like, oh my god, look at this place.
Fertitta Center, that has soul.
Okay.
You gotta have soul. Ba, ba, ba. It's a Billy Joel song. It's all about soul. It's all about soul.
Speaking of Billy Joel, the Meadowlands, MetLife. Nope.
No soul.
Nope.
No soul.
Anti-soul. Soul crushing.
Very generic.
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden, even I'll admit, has a soul. Everyone loves Madison Square Garden. I hate that it's called the Garden and that it's called the Mecca when there's been no history that's taken place there since the 70s. They haven't won anything.
Big East tournament,
Jalen Brunson might be one of the best players in Knicks history. That is sad. Just saying. Anyway, but yeah, I called them by name today. I'm giving them their flowers. The series is even. Not calling them the Nets or the Mets anymore, which I was doing as a joke. If you couldn't get it, well, that's on you. That's on you. Because I like to be an arrogant sports fan. Soulless sports venues. New Yankee Stadium, yeah. No, it's great. I that's the only Yankee Stadium I've gone to. I went to a Red Sox Yankees game there in 2011, but oh man, it just does not feel like there is any history there. Have been to Madison Square Garden for a Big East tournament game. That was fun. Cowboy Stadium. Yeah, that's soulless. Just like with NRG Stadium, the time I went there for a football game, Texans Cowboys, an NFL game, it was all battle red, no soul.
Wow,
it was demons, at least in the eyes of those in Arlington. You know what? It's what's the saying? You know, if a demon, a possession. You know, like they needed to call an exorcist there. There was so much battle red, like the devil, at Cowboy Stadium. What? I'm not calling Texas fans devils. I'm just saying. In Arlington, they probably viewed it as such. Like, who are these
from that point of view,
from a certain point of view.
Yes.
Soulless sports venues. Staples Center, just because F the Lakers.
Well, I think Staples, a little bit of a soul. Crypto.com Arena, no soul.
You don't think so?
No. What's happening in crypto?
Everyone's saying it's the best venue in basketball, though. That's where the Clippers play, right?
No, that's the new name of Staples.
Oh, they changed the name.
Yeah,
I didn't know
crypto.com.
I thought you were talking about the other
No, Intuit Dome? Sure.
Intuit Dome's great.
I'll give it to whatever.
Well, I don't think
one year in, I'll give it to you.
I don't think the Staples Center had any either.
I think back in the day it did. I think like Shaq Kobe era, it did. I think LeBron era, not really. Some of that's just because it was like COVID and stuff, but still. And then it was Staples. Or then they changed the name when crypto was really big.
The Forum. Really big, I guess. The Forum had soul. Staples Center, no soul.
Oh, okay.
The Forum was is what opened in 1967.
Yeah, I think that's now. Is that now Intuit Dome or like that land? I thought they blew up the Forum and
That
now it's Interdome.
that
It's
is
in
a good
Inglewood.
question.
I know they're both in Inglewood.
New Celtics Arena, no soul.
Oh, okay.
The old Boston Garden, which was a dump, and it just smelled like chain smoking. That had soul and ghosts. Ghosts. Ooh. Gillette Stadium, growing up there where the Patriots play, no soul. Foxborough Stadium, where there was poop in the sink, soul. Here's the thing: dumpy old stadiums tend to have more soul and ghosts than the new ones. Wrigley Field, lots of soul. Fenway Park, soul. Although I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of Fenway Park.
I was gonna say that falls into kind of a dump, but also soul.
Right. It's funny. A dump is charming. A dump
Yeah.
has soul. So keep those coming in. 713-780-3776 to call to text. YouTube at ESPN Houston. Twitch at ESPN 975. From the 832, someone says Tropicana Field has no soul. It's a big concrete tank. How dare you?
It has no roof. You know?
St. Petersburg strong. Yeah. After Hurricane, whatever the hell. Yeah. It's still standing. It has a lot of soul now. It's got scars and soul. And hopefully the scars get repaired so that they don't have to play in a minor league
hopefully a
ballpark.
baseball team
That's going to be so weird when the Astros play
in
a minor league ballpark.
George Steinbrenner Field. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to play 10 games probably in a minor league ballpark this year between the 6 to 7 road games against the Athletics and the 3 games that you have to play against the Rays. Man, that sucks. Does that provide them an advantage?
No.
Cam Smith and for Zach DeCenzo, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Park.
I think also the team that you're playing has a little bit of an advantage. Although the A's, they're
good.
They're not bad. Not bad.
Calgary Saddledome has soul. Oh, yeah. Have you seen the Calgary Saddledome?
No.
First off, it's been flooded a couple of times. It looks like a saddle. And that's where Calgary has the Canadian version of what we do, the Houston rodeo. Calgary's rodeo is pretty lit. Calgary's randomly like an oil boomtown and very cowboy. Fun times. By the way, continued conversation from the last segment. Soulless arenas in sports. We were talking about this. Chase Arena.
Yeah.
Where the Warriors play now.
New Warriors Arena versus the old one.
Bougie.
Yeah.
Bougie Arena. Though it is in San Francisco with all the poop. Oracle Arena, Oakland, stand up.
Yeah.
Someone texted in the Oakland Coliseum. Excuse you, there is at least the soul of a possum that occupies a
press box.
Box, I believe. There's all sorts of animals in that thing. I hope they never demolish it. I bet there's tons of cats at the Coliseum. Turn it into a cat sanctuary. Why not?
Oh, give it back to the cats.
Give it back to the cats. Astrodome, back to the cats.
Yeah.
That's
what is an infield but a litter box?
That's a good one. Alamo Dome, no soul. Yeah, it feels like a lot of those stadiums that were built 70s, 80s, specifically the donut-shaped stadiums that used to be dual sport complexes, like the Vet, Three Rivers Stadium, where a lot of successful teams might have played, but it didn't look so good. The original Meadowlands. You've got the American Airlines Arena. Is that where the Miami Heat play? Or
American Airlines.
I think that's where the Heat play.
Arenas. I forgot which one's the Heat, which one's the Mavericks.
Right.
One is one's the other.
The Mavericks name I think has changed, but the American Airlines Arena, I'm pretty sure is where the Heat play. Yeah, hard to have soul in a Miami sports complex. Pro Player Stadium, zero. That's where the football team plays. Also, the Miami Hurricanes play there. They should go back to the Orange Bowl, which was a dump, because that's where the Miami Dolphins won, and that's where the Miami Hurricanes won.
Frank Irwin Center. Now since deceased, soulless.
Damn.
In its life, soulless.
That's true.
Because that's what you're talking about, where it was a concrete circle that hosted basketball games.
Text in. Sean has soul. Paul doesn't have a soul. Sean is a better Catholic than me, so I don't subscribe. I do subscribe to that. I do subscribe to that.
Am I a better Catholic, or
I think you're a better Catholic than me?
Okay.
I think you had a little more experience in the school realm.
And the scholarly.
Yeah. You were guided on the path to salvation a little bit longer than I was. It was kindergarten through 5th grade. For you, yeah,
pre-K to 12th,
all the way. The Summit had soul, writes a texter before Joel Osteen sucked it all out. Hey.
Okay. Embrace debate. Does it have soul still?
question. Been watching Righteous Gemstones, and gotta say,
A lot of soul.
might be swaying my opinion on that one.
A lot of soul in the Righteous Gemstones.
I think this is a racist text. Superdome, Soul. Really? Really? But the Superdome, I mean, the Superdome's had scars. Superdome's been through some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say
I think it has soul.
of all domes, definitely the Superdome has the most soul.
I was gonna say, I think that's the exception to the this is a giant concrete circle rule. I think it has soul. I'm giving it to it.
I honestly think when you're walking or driving through New Orleans, the Superdome actually looks awesome on the outside too. It's weird because it's old and the power went out in the middle of a Super Bowl, so clearly dated venue. But
It ties the city together.
it does. It looks pretty cool. There's a little gold to it. I think. I don't know if it was actually painted gold. That would be the sickest. But then New Orleans would be in more debt than they already are. From the 832, the Raiders' new stadium, no soul. I disagree. That thing is awesome.
But
It has so little soul that it has.
I was gonna say, is it just cool or does it have soul?
No, it has soul. You know why? Because it's filled with people that are going straight to hell. Yes,
And the eternal flame for Al Davis.
Yeah, that's right. And it's got so many soulless people in it that it has a different kind of soul in there. You know, that people got some bottle rats with them that are like a little club inside a stadium.